There's a lot that goes into becoming a fully developed artist. You need knowledge, patience, drive, motivation, and most importantly, just the time it takes to master music production and gain the skills needed to discover yourself. The list could go on and on of all of the things a person must do in order to reach these ambitious goals. The whole journey can be very exciting, and it can lead to some of the most respected, well-crafted artists of our time. But the road to success is hardly an easy one. So today I was wanting to talk to you about why you need to struggle as an artist. Number 1, it humbles you. When I first started making music, I feel like I had a different mindset compared to a lot of people I talked to. I wasn't too afraid of uploading my music to YouTube. I didn't really think anything big about that, it was kind of whatever to me. I just enjoyed making music, and it was fun and exciting learning new things, and I just wanted to share the new things that I was learning, And because I wasn't too afraid to put out my really early music, the things that I was doing just as I was really learning, the beginning stuff, I was getting a lot of good reactions because people understood where I was at. And they would just hype me up based off of, me just even doing it at all, taking the time to learn. And, I can't lie, that kind of blew my head up a little bit, gave me a slight ego. Nothing crazy. I think I've always been a pretty humble person in general, but, those kind of things can blow you up a little bit. And I would just think that my music was a lot better than it was. I think a lot of people can feel that way too. But as I continued to make music and, put out the stuff that I was making, I got better and better, and I realized that, the music I was making wasn't as good as I thought it was, because I would try to do something different. I would try to advance what I was doing, make a new sound, go a different route with it. Try out a new genre, and I soon would realize that I don't know how to do a lot of the things that I thought I did, or just hadn't even thought about doing. And that right there led to some of the biggest struggles I've ever had as an artist, whether that be mentally, emotionally, even physically. My sleep schedule was a bit off, still kind of is, but working on that. And it's just hard. It's hard to know where you're at skill-wise, and it's also hard to know what you need to do to improve. And that fact alone just really took me down a few notches. It made me realize where I truly was at, as far as my skill goes, as far as what needed to be done to get where I wanted to be. And that humbling fact really helped me continue pushing myself. I didn't really want to see my own music as great or, anything crazy, because it's really not. It's just music. You know what I mean? It's not anything crazy. And I think you just really have to be a humble person in order to truly grind it out and make it as far as a lot of people do. If you have ever noticed, a lot of the people that you might watch on YouTube, they're incredibly nice people. At least how they present themselves on YouTube and how other artists talk about, each other. I just feel like there's a great sense of respect and self-awareness that goes on. So I guess that was kind of a good segue into the next thing on this list, which is number 2. It helps you mature and gain respect for those around you doing the same thing. Struggling as an artist, you don't also realize where you're at as an artist. You also realize where others are at as other artists. You hear things that people make. As you learn, as you grow and develop your skills and what you know as an artist, you start to understand and hear things in other people's music that are also developing and growing. Not having too much knowledge on it starting out can be hard to really know what's going on in someone's track. And then as you learn, it can be really easy. It becomes a lot easier to see how much time that person has put into where they're at as far as their skills go. I know listening to a lot of different tracks in different Discord servers, including my own Discord server. Slight shout out there. If you ever want to come drop music in my server, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can go ahead and join my Discord. But anyways, a lot of the music I listen to in different Discord servers and just things that people send me, as far as different whips or things like that goes, I can just really hear, how much time and effort someone's put into learning the style of music that they want, or how much time they've spent just doing production. And it can really help put yourself into perspective, and it can help you grow a lot of respect for those artists, just knowing that they've also continued on, knowing that they've also had a lot of the same struggles. And even if someone's sending like some crazy ridiculous track that they just spent like 3 hours producing and they don't think it's anything, a lot of the time it's insane. And I think that's a really relatable feeling. So I think struggling as an artist can also kind of put you in a really relatable headspace as far as other artists go, and helps you be able to respect the craft of others more, I would say. Now, before we continue, I just wanted to thank you guys for making it this far into the video. If you like what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like if you feel like it, and yeah, I wanted to also start introducing a question of the day. I just wanted to have a way of kind of getting to know you guys a bit more, and just seeing where your heads are at as far as some interesting topics in the music world. So, first question of this week is, what are some of your thoughts on all of the AI music going on? Are you afraid of it? Are you excited for it? Do you think it's cool, interesting, unneeded, or just anything? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And now moving on to number 3, it can make or break you. I live by a very specific rule. Maybe not a rule, maybe it's more of a philosophy. But I believe that the success of one person is entirely up to that one person. I think a lot of people have a lot of misfortunate things happen to them. I think everyone does. And it's not about what happens to you or what your current situation is, because things always change. Things always change. And it's just all about how you handle the situation. I think people get it mixed up. I think people really like to blame situations, blame things that happen for misfortune, but you can't look at it like that, because we all go through misfortune. We all go through horrible things at one point or another. It's unavoidable. And the only difference that I see in those that are have strong mindsets, seem to be, healthy as far as what they're doing, they just don't blame the situation. They simply get out of the situation. They do what they can to change it. You know what I mean? You can't stay in a situation and then just sit waiting, hoping the situation's going to change, because it just won't if you do that. At least not your mindset. The physical situation, everything around you might change, but if you are still blaming things, then you won't ever find a way out of that. But if you focus on what you can change, if you put a focus on what you can do, then you can improve. This idea goes along with everything. Like I said, this is a pretty just main upfront belief that I have. I just believe that you have to be the one to make whatever you want to happen. You can't wait. You can't hope someone is going to help you at any point. Yeah, help happens, but you can't rely on it. You can't hope for that. At the end of the day, those that make it are the ones that just didn't stop. I'm not saying that everyone who continues makes it to the point that they want. I'm just saying that those that stopped definitely didn't. And it's all about what you want to learn, how far you want to go, how much effort and quality you want to put into your own work. And that can go alongside things like work ethic and things like that, but that could be a different video, honestly. So yeah, think of your struggle as an artist not as a hindrance to yourself, not as a, something that's special to you, because everyone struggles. Look at your struggles as an artist as weeding out the success. It's just a filter. All of these struggles, it's just filtering people. Not everyone can make it, not everyone will make it, and it's because of these struggles. So if you want to make it, just don't be the one to stop. And don't lose focus of what you need to learn, you know what I mean? Number 4, it forces you to learn. Kind of like I was saying towards the beginning of this video, a lot of my struggles started happening when I realized how unskilled I was in making music. And the only way that those kind of struggles would go away is by learning. Because I would only get them whenever I didn't know what to do, whenever I didn't know how to do something that I wanted to do, or just any one of those sorts of feelings. And yeah, the only way to get out is to learn. Yeah, getting my degree, spending all of the time learning, it's not to prove anything to anyone. It's not to set some anything. It's for myself. I do it for me because I need to learn if I want to go far, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying to do what I can in the most efficient way possible. The only thing that you can really do if you don't know what to do, don't let that stop you. Don't be afraid to just try things out. Don't be afraid to just continue on, because the only way to know something is to figure it out, is to learn it, because you're not just inherently going to have knowledge on something. Even if you are quick to understand something, you're not going to be able to know it. You still have to learn. You can make guesses about things, but you're not going to know until you know. So might as well learn. And now the last thing, number 5, is more of a statement than anything, but it's just don't let it break you. Struggles are always going to be there, no matter where you're at in any sort of journey, in any sort of art, no matter where you're at as far as the progress goes, you're going to be struggling throughout the entire thing. Pretty much your whole life, you're going to be struggling. So, not in the same ways forever, but, there's always going to be something that comes up, something that's going to be a hindrance to you, or that's going to just be unfortunate, something that's going to sadden you, or anything like that. It's going to happen. And we can't just let it stop us. We can't just let it make us quit, because it's gonna happen. That's just how things are. There's little bumps in the road here and there, but that doesn't mean you just stop. Always just get back up. Always just continue, because whether or not you're doing it, you're gonna be struggling. So might as well do it, right? But anyways, that's really all I had for this list. I really hope you guys found some of this helpful. I hope you could relate to some of it, and I hope you learned something. Hope you got maybe a different perspective if you hadn't already been thinking about these things. But I know you guys are smart individuals, so maybe some of you already had some of these thoughts. But regardless, thank you all so much for making it to the end, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you might like some of my other videos over on this side. And I hope that you got something out of this. I hope you learned something, and feel free to ask me any questions. Let me know what kind of videos that you want to see, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So catch you then.